I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Village Board for February 24th, 2026. Would you please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone,
Here.
Trustee Carmona. Here. Trustee Eltman.
Here.
Trustee Franz. Here. Trustee Lomax.
Here.
Trustee Penicola.
Here.
Trustee Perez.
Here.
That's 7.
At this time, we're going to move to public hearing and presentation. We have on the agenda today a life-saving award presented to Officer Ryan Sabowski and a unit citation award to Sergeant Mike Pitek, Detective Joe Malone, Officer Daniel Irizarry, Officer Anderson Davies, Officer Allison Valoy, CSO Angel Ramirez, and David Torres. Chief, would you like to take this over, please?
On 12/12/2025, we received a 911 call from employees at Redmond Recreational Complex of a woman who was swimming who became unresponsive. At that time, a employee from Redmond jumped in the pool, got the woman out, started performing CPR. The officers who we just mentioned all responded to the scene, all acted valiantly and bravely, and helped save the woman's life. Collection with all the officers, especially Officer Ryan Zabelski, who took over right away, performing CPR, helped to save the woman's life. I'm happy to say that she's happy and healthy now and made a full recovery and is even back swimming at the pool.
So just, not only did the officers perform the life-saving message, our very own David was there as well.
Yeah, he
was the
started
first one in the
and
pool.
was relieved by Officer Zabelski.
So,
Yeah, we have an award for him too, for his bravery and his quick thinking. If it wasn't for him, she probably would have never made it in the first place.
guys, ladies, this is what Bensenville is all about. This is what Bensenville Strong means, and this is what Bensenville Strong is. I want to thank you from this board, from our bottom of our hearts, for doing what you did. I mean, it was heroic, and it's something that our men and women in uniform do every day. We respect the heck out of you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. David, thank you very much. I mean, you were the front line. So I respect you. Thank you very much. And congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. Want them up here?
You guys would all come up.
Sergeant Mike Pitek.
Detective Joe Malone. Officer Allison Bloy, congratulations. Officer Anderson Davies. Congratulations. Officer Daniel Irizarry. And CSO Angel Ramirez. And Edison Dispatch is not here. And Dave. Thank you for all your help. Really appreciate it. As an extra token of our appreciation, Officer Zabelski is being presented with a life-saving award. It's one of the highest awards we have in our department. Only a handful of officers have ever won it or received it. So Ryan, this is for you.
Can we get any closer to get a picture? You have all of us, or we have to get some in the front? Good. Congratulations again. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Give them a round of applause. You guys are more than welcome to stay for the whole entire meeting, but we understand you guys can leave.
Thank you, guys.
Give it a couple seconds.
Good job.
Pen was working fine before.
Uh-huh.
All right, at this time, we'll move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name.
No, we didn't have anything.
Seeing none, this will conclude public comment. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the January 27th, 2026 Village Board meeting?
Yeah, motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Being a motion, a second, any modifications? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries and minutes are approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $3,371,755.85. Is there a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the warrant? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, the warrant is approved. Bless you.
Thank you.
There are no items on the consent agenda. Under action items, number one is an ordinance approving a special use permit allowing a wholesale grocery distribution use at 201 William Street, Bensonville, Illinois. Is there a motion to approve this ordinance?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
Yes. The petitioner, Stanmark Foods LLC, is requesting a special use permit to allow warehousing, storage, and distribution at the facility, and it's located in the I-1 Industrial District, and which requires a special use permit. The special use permit, as you know, is required for public and private uses that have unique or special characteristics that may adversely affect neighboring properties or create impacts on public infrastructure for which it's not designed. The Community Development Commission held a requisite public hearing, and they reviewed and approved the findings of fact and recommended unanimously to the village board to grant a special use permit for warehousing, storage, and distribution facility, subject to several conditions. So we're presenting the ordinance granting a special use permit for 201 William Street.
Any questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, ordinance is passed. Two is an ordinance approving a special use permit allowing motor vehicle repair and/or service use at 1029 through 1033 Bryn Mawr Avenue, Bensonville, Illinois. Is there a motion to approve this ordinance?
You have motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
Yes, the petitioner, Bryn Mawr Limited LLC, is requesting a special use permit to allow motor vehicle repair and/or service within the I-2 General Industrial District. The facility will be utilized for the maintenance and repair of company-owned vehicles only. It won't be open to the public for repair or servicing. The Community Development Commission held the required public hearing, and one of the findings was that the applicant actually is relocating from another location in Bensonville to this location. And they already have a special use permit at their current location, but that's not transferable, so they need a new special use permit at this location. The commission reviewed and approved the findings of fact and recommended unanimously that the village board grant a special use permit for motor vehicle repair and service, subject to several conditions of approval. And so we're presenting the ordinance approving a special use permit allowing motor vehicle repair at 1029-1033 Bryn Mawr Avenue.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, the ordinance is passed. 3 is an ordinance approving a special use permit allowing a motor vehicle repair and/or service use at 768 Thomas Drive, Bensonville, Illinois. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, Walter, discussion?
Yes, the petitioner is Car Hunter Express, and they're requesting a special use permit to allow motor vehicle repair and/or service within the I-2 Light Industrial District, which is permitted only by special use. The Community Development Commission held a requisite public hearing, and they're recommending, they reviewed and approved the findings of fact and recommended unanimously that the village board grant the special use permit for motor vehicle repair and/or service, subject to several conditions that are included in the ordinance. And so we're presenting an ordinance approving a special use permit allowing motor vehicle repair and/or service use at 768 Thomas Drive for your approval.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries, ordinance is passed. 4 is an ordinance approving a special use permit allowing a daycare center use at 227 West Grand Avenue, Bensonville, Illinois. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
Yes, the petitioner is Da Vinci Academy, CDC LLC. They're requesting a special use permit to establish and operate a child care facility within the C2 Commercial District, and it's permitted only by special use. The property has some history. The village previously granted a special use permit in 2009 for a daycare operation at this location, and again in 2019 for a different operator at this location, and as recently as 2023 to Da Vinci Academy to operate a daycare center at this location. However, that permit expired because they could not establish or they did not establish the daycare operation within this prescribed period of time. Hence, they made a new application. The Community Development Commission held a required public hearing. There were no objectors present. The commission reviewed and approved the findings of fact, and they recommended unanimously to the village board that the special use permit for a daycare center, subject to certain conditions, be granted. So we're presenting the ordinance approving a special use permit allowing the daycare center use at 227 West Grand Avenue to the board for your approval.
Any questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and ordinance is passed. 5 is an ordinance of the Village of Bensonville, DePage, and Cook County, Illinois, annexing certain territory commonly known as 4 North 310 Church Road, Bensonville, Illinois, to the Village of Bensonville. Is there a motion to approve this ordinance?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a
second,
motion, a second discussion?
Yes, this is something a little different. We're annexing property, and this is what's referred to as a simple annexation. The petitioner, Mr. and Mrs. Shadiz, are the owner and residents on the property. There is an existing house on the property, and they are currently water customers of the village, but they're not located in the village. And it's an existing lot, so there's no subdivision of property required, and the property's surrounded on 3 sides by current village limits. As annexations go, this is about as simple as it gets. We're recommending, staff is recommending approval of the ordinance annexing the certain territory commonly known as 4N 310 Church Road to the Village of Bensonville for your approval.
Just to be clear, those residents came to us to annex, right? We're not annex,
Yes.
we didn't force them to annex.
That's correct.
Okay. Any questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries and ordinance is passed. 6 is an ordinance of the Village of Bensville, DePage, and Cook County, Illinois, approving a licensing agreement by and between the Village of Bensville and O'Hare Auto Body. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
You have a motion?
You rookie.
Do I have a second?
Sorry.
There being a motion, a second, do we have discussion? Sorry, Walter, you threw me off now. Go ahead, Walter.
Okay, this is a little unusual too. What we're presenting to you for your consideration and approval is a licensing agreement. O'Hare Auto Body is contemplating expansion of their current facility and will need to provide off-site, off-street parking. The location of the off-site parking is an unimproved section of Spruce Avenue immediately north of the CPKC Railroad. The agreement allows O'Hare Auto Body to use the unimproved right-of-way for their parking needs with conditions. Those being, one, that they're responsible for improving the land to parking lot standards, including permeable paving, drainage, and the usual things for a parking lot. Two, they cannot use the property for parking or storing vehicles that are works in progress. They, number three, they may only use the property for parking passenger vehicles. Number four, O'Hare Auto Body is responsible for the maintenance and repair of the parking facilities and appurtenances constructed on the property. And five, O'Hare Auto Body may construct a fence and gate on the property subject to village approval. And there's also a small fee for the agreement, and the normal contractual obligations are included in the agreement. So we're recommending that the village board approve the ordinance, approving a license agreement by and between the village and O'Hare Auto Body.
So basically, board, in a nutshell, O'Hare Auto Body is going to be tearing down Hodgepodge Lodge and expanding their operations with a new facility going to the east. Right now, where Hodgepodge Lodge is, their employees park there. So in order to work there, they need to relocate the employees. That's why they're gonna be parking on the property that is currently north of CPKC. So just to fill you guys in on that. Any other questions from our board?
So they'll keep the parking lot once the expansion is complete then, too, then the parking lot will be there after that process is done?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Any other questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
yes,
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries and ordinance is passed. 7 is ordinance of the Village of Bensville, DePage, Cook County, Illinois, amending section 9-2-4 of chapter 2 of title 9 of the Bensville Village Code regarding fire pump test inspection fees. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
Yes. This is some code maintenance that we're performing. During a review of our policies and practices related to fire prevention requirements, we discovered that the fee that we've established for fire pump testing does not cover the cost of the vendor that performs the testing for us. And for your information, fire pumps are provided in certain residential and commercial buildings throughout the village to aid in fire suppression activities during an emergency. There's currently 93 of these things scattered about the village, and they're inspected annually. The fire pump test fee is intended to cover the cost of the vendor and the water used during the test and any retest that may be necessary. And so we're proposing the amendment, consistent with the village's cost recovery efforts. And so we're presenting the ordinance amending section 9-2-4 of the village code regarding fire pump test inspection fees for your approval.
Any questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
yes,
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries and ordinance is passed. 8 is an ordinance of the Village of Bensville, DePage, and Cook County, Illinois, amending section 9-2-3 of chapter 2 of title 9 of the Bensville Village Code regarding roof drain assemblies. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
second,
Being a motion and a second, discussion, Walter?
Yes. Again, some more code maintenance. We found that there's a section of the International Building Code that we, for whatever reason, is missing in the village code. So we want to add that to the code. And essentially what it is it addresses how roofs are drained. And we just want to make sure that we avoid any situation where, water ponds on a roof, and that's what the regulations achieve. So we're presenting the ordinance amending section 9-2 of the village code regarding roof drain assemblies for your approval.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona? Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and ordinance is passed. 9 is a resolution of the Village of Bensville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, approving a purchase and sale agreement for 340 North Meyer Road. Is there a motion to approve?
Give a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion is second, do we have discussion?
Yes. This is kind of a blast from the past. The property in question was previously declared surplus by the village board. The village followed the required procedures and requirements for notice, solicitation of bids, and the selection of a successful bidder. The village board previously authorized the village manager and community and economic development director to negotiate and close the sale of the property. Approval of the purchase and sale agreement is the latest step in the property sale process and will permit village staff to proceed to the next step. So we're presenting the resolution approving a purchase and sale agreement for 340 North Meyer Road for your approval.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Elman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 10 is an ordinance authorizing the Village of Bensville to borrow funds from the Public Water Supply Loan Program for the Belmont Avenue and Church Road Water Tower Rehabilitation Project. Is there a motion to approve?
Your motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, discussion, Joe?
Yep. So staff's been looking at securing IPA revolving loan funds to do some mechanical upgrades and repainting of our church and our Belmont water tank for about the last 3 years. Unfortunately, we haven't made the cut in their program each year, so we're trying to strengthen our chances. We started design of the project so that we can be more shovel-ready and hopefully score better. Our ultimate goal is to secure the loan and also hopefully qualify for principal forgiveness. That would be basically free money from the EPA. We are still considered disadvantaged community with them, so we have a good shot of getting that if our project makes it above the cut line. So that's the purpose for this today. This is the first step. It's an ordinance that authorizes us to go ahead and apply for and borrow funds should we make that cut. Currently, our cost estimate, it's very conservative, is about $4.18 million. I actually think it's going to be more around $2 million, but we'll see what comes back. The loan would carry a 20-year term. Currently, the interest rate on a low-interest loan through the EPA is 2.16, which is much better than the 4.5% we can get at the open market. Included in this ordinance is also, it kickstarts a 30-day public comment period where the public can petition if 894 residents sign a petition, they could put this to referendum. We don't anticipate that happening, but that is part of the ordinance as well. So approving this ordinance will allow us to borrow the funds, subject to any sort of petition fighting it, and staff does recommend approval of the ordinance.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries, the ordinance is passed. 11 is an ordinance of the Village of Bensville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, approving a master licensing agreement for fiber optic installation with Easy Fiber Texas LLC. Is there a motion to approve?
Your motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion, a second, Joe, discussion?
Yep, so technology is always coming. This is the next phase of technology. This is fiber to the home. So we were approached last year by 3 different fiber companies hoping to put fiber to the home to each residential property here in Village of Bensonville. It would bring 1 to 3 gigabytes per second service to each resident for streaming and whatnot. So staff vetted through those three firms that all requested to put it into our right-of-way. We felt that Easy Fiber was the most qualified, the most secured financially, and in the best position to go ahead and put that in. So we kind of selected them. They did not want to install over each other. So we're looking at Easy Fiber putting in fiber to the home for every residential property here in Bensonville. That's going to be a massive project. They intend to directional drill 90% of their facilities underground. There will be a bunch of handholds at every property. They're going to be ripping up our town. Okay, so it's going to be important for us to kind of manage this. The way we do that is through a license agreement. We kind of set the rules as to what they can do and what they can't do. We work very closely with our legal counsel on this, and we feel like we have a license agreement that we can live with. As part of the license agreement, we're going to be collecting securities from them in order to pay for reviews, restorations, license fees, things of that nature. They are going to pay for a third-party Julie locator so that our staff isn't inundated with Julie locates on every street. They are also going to pay an application fee and review fees so that we can, our next item on the agenda, can hire a contractor or a consultant to actually do a lot of those reviews for us on our behalf because, again, we're gonna be looking at every underground utility on every residential street here in Bensonville this year. And we also were able to negotiate with them. They will be installing some additional fiber for us so that we can connect some of our facilities, our police station, to our village hall, to our public works, to our lift stations, as a redundant system for ourselves. So the license agreement lays out all of those facts. We are feeling confident that the license agreement covers all of our requirements, and it's our recommendation to approve this license agreement with Easy Fiber.
Questions from our board?
What's the timeline?
That's what I was.
They would like to do it all next week. It's gonna take it's gonna take a while to get through the reviews. I'm thinking it's gonna be kind of mid-summer is when they would start. I don't think this is gonna be a one-year thing. I think this is gonna go through 2027. We're gonna try our best to control how quickly they go through town. We've been monitoring other communities where they're doing this. Some communities are saying they're kind of running around like cowboys out there, just ripping up every street. We're not gonna let that happen here in Bensonville, so we're gonna do a really controlled rollout of this, doing only what we feel they can handle at a certain time.
Section by
Section by
section.
Section by
That's
section.
what I was
Yeah.
about to ask.
So we're gonna be paying very particular attention to how they go. If they're doing well and they're falling behind, we'll let them do more, but if they're getting too far ahead, we're gonna kind of rein them in so that we're not ripping up every street here in town.
Were our household's gonna be notified when like their area is gonna be done, or how will people know about it then?
Yeah, so they're gonna be doing a lot of rollout themselves as far as notification. Again, our next item on the agenda is gonna be hiring a consulting firm to help us with our rollout of it, our review of it, our oversight of it. Because again, we just don't have the staff to be on every street here in town,
Yeah.
so. We're gonna do our best to notify. Again, this will provide service to every residential property if they choose to go forward with it. So they're gonna be putting the backbone in, and if you would like to subscribe to Easy Fiber and their service, whatever the rate's going to be, you simply call them up and then they would connect you to their infrastructure in the street.
So they're going to be ripping up the streets as they
They're
go
gonna be ripping
along.
up, I shouldn't say ripping up.
Okay.
They're gonna be installing, we'll see what it looks like. We typically identify the last 5 feet of the right-of-way on either side, so pretty much under the sidewalks is
Okay.
where we let them put fiber optics and telecommunication. So we try not to let them go in the middle of the street, we don't let them in the parkways, because we have our own utilities that we have to maintain and manage in there too. So we've identified that last 5 feet as our telecommunication corridor, so we'll allow them to put it in there. If there are multiple fiber optics telecommunication in there, they can bore deeper if they have to. So again, we're trying to limit where they can go, we're trying to limit how quickly they can go, and try to keep it as clean as possible.
And who's responsible for the cleanup or the maintenance of what they've already?
What they will rip up, it's gonna be their
Yes.
responsibility to do that. That's part of some of the securities that we're collecting. We're collecting some pretty large securities for restoration, so if they walk away, I pull their security, I get it done, and I use their money to do it.
Okay.
So our goal is not to spend taxpayer money on any of the restorations, reviews, or anything.
So basically, there's boring into the ground?
Yep.
Right, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Any other questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, ordinance is passed. 12 is a resolution authorizing execution of engineering agreement with Michael Baker International for a fiber installation review, support services in the not to exceed amount of $75,000. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion, second discussion?
Yep, so kind of what we just said, this is gonna be a lot of work. So, we're looking to hire Michael Baker International, to serve on our behalf to do the reviews of all of their plans and their specs that they're submitting in. So we wanna make sure that we're looking at all of our sanitary sewers services, all of our water mains. We wanna make sure that they don't bore through our services. So, there's gonna be a lot of office time to review and make sure that they're as accurate as possible. Included in this contract is also some oversight of the construction, and some maintenance and publications so that we can let our residents know what's going on. We decided to start with $75,000. I don't honestly know how much it's gonna take yet until we start going, until we start seeing what their submittals are. I would anticipate, though, that this will be expanded as we go, depending on how quickly they go and how much they're spending. As part of one of the fees that they will pay, if they're submitting a permit for, let's just say, 4 blocks of roadway, and the cost of those 4 blocks of their infrastructure is $1 million, we can collect 3% of that for review fees. So again, we're collecting fees from them so that we can pay Michael Baker to do the work on our behalf. So again, it's a $75,000 starting contract. We'll see how it goes. We may be back later if we're gonna need more money. But again, it's our goal not to use any taxpayer money. All of the fees that will pay for this contract will come from Easy Fiber's permit review fees.
Any questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona? Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 13 is a resolution authorizing execution of construction contract with John Neary Construction Company Incorporated of Addison, Illinois for the South Industrial Business District Improvements Project in the not to exceed amount of $8,257,366.61. Is there a motion to approve?
Yeah,
Do
motion.
we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion, second, do we have discussion?
Yeah, so as we start to leave our first season of the year, winter, we're gonna enter our second, which is construction. This is our first major construction for 2026. It's our South Industrial Business District project. It's located north of Grand Avenue, south of White Pines. It includes the streets of Entry, Bernice, James, Judson, and Williams. It's about 4,100 linear feet of roadway that basically needs complete reconstruction and utility improvements. In order to fund this, the village did receive a $3 million DCEO grant for infrastructure improvement, roadway improvement. We also last year established a special service area with the property owners in this area. So that'll pay for half of the project as well. The scope of the proposed improvements will include an entirely new concrete roadway and subbase, new curb and gutter, new driveway aprons, new sidewalks, ADA sidewalk ramps. We'll be putting in a new 12-inch water main around the entire facility. New storm sewer improvements, streetlight infrastructure, landscape restoration, and other miscellaneous items to complete the work. The end result will be our typical industrial roadway. So if you look at Sesame Street in the East Business District, or what we just did on Arthur Court, it's gonna be the same type of look, a full reconstruction with concrete roadways for our industrial park. On February 10th, we received 6 bids. John Neary Construction submitted the lowest responsible bid in the amount of $8,257,366.61. We have worked very well in the past with John Neary Construction. We're happy to see them back in town, and we are recommending approval of this contract.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 14 is a resolution authorizing the execution of a constructions engineering services agreement with Civil Tech Engineering Incorporated of Itasca, Illinois for South Industrial Business District Improvements Project in the not to exceed amount of $706,567. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion is second, Joe, discussion?
Yep, so Civil Tech Engineering is one of our construction engineering shortlisted firms. They just recently completed for us over the last 2 years the Sesame Street project and the Arthur Court project, so they're very familiar with our industrial roadway concept. The proposed engineering scope includes on-site inspection, review of the project layout, construction documentation, material testing, and the preparation of record drawings. Material testing will be done by a subcontractor, Rubina Engineering. Includes subgrade concrete, asphalt pavement assessment, and observation. Civil Tech's negotiated proposed work effort was $706,567. It's about 8.6% of the construction cost, which falls within our typical 7 to 10% range. So staff does recommend approval.
Questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes. Yes.
Trustee Pena Nicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 15 is a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Clark Environmental and Mosquito Management Incorporated for the 2026 mosquito abatement services, including insecticide tablets, and the not to exceed amount of $42,856.40. Is there a motion to approve?
You
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Need a motion, second, discussion?
Yep, so Clark has been doing mosquito management for just over 20 years. Their program includes general service, which is a lot of surveys, inspections, and testing of mosquitoes out in our neighborhood. They do surveillance and monitoring. They do larval control, which includes 8 inspections during the year and controlled spraying. They also do adult control, which includes spraying for Music in the Park, Liberty Fest, and some other community-wide special events. Clark's proposed price for 2026 included a 3% CPI increase to $32,490. We also purchased our tablets that we put into our catch basins to try to keep the adult larvae out of our system. Public Works actually installs that once a year. The cost of those tablets is $10,366.40, so our total contract this year is just over $42,856, and staff does recommend approval.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Nicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. 16 is resolution authorizing execution of a purchase order with Stone Side Blind and Shades for window treatment in the Public Works facility and not to exceed amount of $26,132. Is there a motion?
Your motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any motion, second discussion?
So the existing blinds at Public Works are original to the building. They're over 25 years old. Some of them are broken, and we can no longer get parts to fix them. So staff is seeking to replace the vertical blinds with a vertical semi-transparent movable shades now. We saw proposals from 4 local vendors. Stone Side Blinds and Shades provided us the lowest cost proposal in the amount of $26,132, and staff does recommend approval.
That's for the whole building?
That's for the whole building, not just my office.
Questions from the board? Call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Nicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 17 is resolution authorizing a purchase order with Engernetics, I guess, I probably said that wrong, for an improvement of the village's water and wastewater SCADA system and not to exceed amount of $34,500. Is there a motion to approve?
Your motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion, second, Joe, discussion?
Yeah, so this is the SCADA system that controls our wastewater lift stations and our water system. So a SCADA system is a computerized system that allows us to monitor and maintain our system without having staff on there 24/7, 365. So every 5 years or so, we look at upgrading the actual hardware and software for our system to make sure it's current and all the firmware and all the notifications and call-outs are all up to date. So in front of you tonight is our next upgrade, which is $34,500. It will get us 2 new computers. It will get us 5 different software packages and also an update to all of our call-out software and our monitoring system. So Energetics is our kind of sole source SCADA supplier and maintenance firm. So staff does recommend approval of this contract.
Questions from the board?
Is that related to the monitors that we have inside our homes, in each of the homes?
No.
No.
So this is basically for our pump stations, so when we get water from DuPage Water Commission, we are monitoring right now, it's monitoring the water that's coming in and going out. If there's anything that goes wrong with our system, if we're not pumping enough water, if there's a water main break, we typically know about it because of SCADA, because we'll see the amount of water that's pushing out increase unusually. And it also is all of our lift stations, so when we're flushing our toilets and it's going to a lift station, if something goes wrong and one of those lift station pumps gets plugged, we will get notified to send somebody out there to go take a look in the middle of the night or on the weekend or what have you.
Got it.
Any other questions from our board? Call roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 18 is resolution authorizing the execution of a purchase order to Red Eye Chemical for purchase and delivery of polymer in the not to exceed amount of $50,000. Is there a motion?
Yeah, motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being motion is second, discussion.
Yep, so staff's looking to purchase our annual supply of polymer for the wastewater treatment plant. This is just one of the chemicals that will thicken our biosolids. There you go.
Yeah, we don't use the S word anymore.
We don't say the S word. And it dewaters the biosolids so that
Nice.
our trucking is as minimal as possible for when we land apply our biosolids. So we do a test each year. We test about 4 or 5 different chemicals. This year, the one that worked best with our sludge was a,
Oh,
dang it.
You did good, though.
I tried.
You did.
That's the S word.
It's a new company called Red Eye Chemical. Their Red 122 actually provided a lot of good results for us, so we are looking to change over to the Red 122 through Red Eye Chemical in the amount of $50,000 for this year. So close.
Armando says the 122 is better than the 121, right?
I've done my
121 was sold
research.
last year.
Any questions from the board?
and it's red too.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. Presidential remarks, I have a couple. So please come join us for our Meet the Bunny event at the Center Theater Saturday, March 21st from 10 a.m. to noon. Bring your phone or camera to take a photo with the bunny at this free event. Treats and ice cream will be available for purchase at the Center Theater. Also, this coming up very shortly is the Law Enforcement Hockey Classic to benefit Honor Flight Chicago. That'll be returning for its 13th edition, Saturday, March 21st at the Edge Ice Arena. Doors open early at 4:30 for this exciting, family-friendly evening highlighted by spirited clash between teams from the Chicago Police Department and the Chicago office of the FBI. The event includes fun side games like Chuck-a-Puck, a silent auction, and raffle items, and a dedicated family fun area with more games and activities to enjoy before the puck drops at 6 p.m. If you are going to this, get there early, please. That concludes the president's remarks. Do we have a village manager's report?
I have no report.
Do we have a village attorney's report?
I have no report,
Is
Mr.
there any new business to come before the board tonight? Is there any unfinished business to come before the board tonight? Do we have executive session?
We do not.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's
Motion,
six.
the motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.